कि अगर मुझे अकेले ही रहना था तो मैंने शादी क्यों करी थी? मैं
अगर
अपनी
तुमको
फ्लैटमेट के
पूरी
साथ ही तो
दुनिया
नहीं
में घूमना था तो तुमने मुझसे शादी क्यों की?
शादी क्यों
मैं
करी?
क्या हूँ? क्या तुम्हारी कुक हूँ? क्या मैं तुम्हारे कपड़े प्रेस करने के लिए शादी करी है मैंने? तुम कैसे कर सकते हो मेरे साथ?
Engineering should be compulsory for everyone because engineering is not just education. It's like it's a way of thinking. It makes you think logically. It makes you think rationally. In my head, I could physically see कि मेरे दिमाग के दरवाजे खुल रहे हैं.
Can we have like this from you? Because this is going to be like the, yeah, no, wait, with me. So just do this. This. Pass or pass now? No, yes, yes. So this is going to be the screenshot. This is going to be the thumbnail. If you are, young, if you are in your early 20s, or if you've just entered college and, your goal is कि मैं तो वाली बंदी पढ़ा के रहूंगा तो देख भाई को देख. Please take it easy. If you're one of those women, who wants to one up in your, like little kiddie party or whatever, please just take a moment back and think of what Sakshi and me have just said. It might just change your life. And not right now, but maybe 10, 15 years later, you'll remember, हमने आशीष डेविड शो देखा था और उसमें हमने एक बात सुनी थी.
It's great to talk to people who are nothing like you. That's when you learn. That's when
That is why there is Ashish David show.
Yes, that's what Ashish David show is about. दिमाग के दरवाजे खोलो. You have been consuming so much of work which voice artists do. We all have been without even realizing it. Like
Yes.
every day किसी को फोन करो तो वो IVR messages आते हैं कि कृपया नंतर कॉल करा या this line is busy. We don't know that a voice artist did that. इतनी audio books, इतने e-learning courses, radio announcements, ads, animation, like so much around us is done by voice artists, but we're not always aware of them क्योंकि वो हमें दिखाई नहीं देते हैं.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another episode of the Ashish David Show. You are with me. I am Sakshi Sharma, and the guest today is Ashish David. See, I got you there. I got you there. I got the names wrong. Oh my God, no. I can't be Sakshi because Sakshi is with me. The beautiful, wonderful lady with a wonderful smile and a brilliant voice. Yes, she is Sakshi Sharma, the same person whose video you saw on Instagram a few days back. Same person. What is the Ashish David show about?
This show, it's very interesting, and like I was telling earlier, it's like listening to two friends having a conversation. So जैसे college में बैठ के होता था, you're hanging out with your friends, you're not always, maybe not always participating, but you're just listening to some interesting conversations. This show is exactly like this. And Ashish, you somehow managed to find very interesting and very generous people who are always ready to share their knowledge, their experiences, their talent. So not only we are listening to friends, we are listening to talented and interesting friends, which is why I'm glad to be part of it too. So thank you for having me.
But you know what the difference is? See, Sakshi actually got up at 8 o'clock in the morning to do this. None of my friends would do that. We've been in touch for a bit, right? Like, I think like maybe a year or 2 years. I got in touch with, I think, Sakshi over Instagram. And, I was like, every time I used to see her videos, I got to tell you guys, I used to always laugh. Okay. And I was like, why the hell am I laughing? And, she some people are funny, right? Like, so they are funny. Some people don't know they are funny. So Sakshi is one of those people who doesn't know she's funny. Getting right down to business, Sakshi, tell us, how would you describe Sakshi Sharma to someone who knows absolutely nothing about you?
I'm full of contradictions. I am an extrovert, but I am really an introvert. I hate meeting people. But at the same time, if I don't meet them for 2 days, I crave human interaction. So I seek out human interaction. I hate doing something, but at the same time, I love doing it. Like, I'm just a homebody. I don't want to go anywhere. I would just sit in my booth entire day, not even step out. But at the same time, I look outside the window and I just want to go outside all the time. So yeah, I'm full of contradictions, which has sometimes made my life easier because it makes it easier for me to connect with people because I can relate with a lot of different type of people. So it makes it easier for me to make friends and genuinely relate with them rather than just saying, oh, I like just being very superficial and not understanding where they're coming from. I can relate with them, but at the same time, it makes it difficult because sometimes I just don't want to talk to anyone. I just would rather sit and watch Netflix. So yeah, I'm full of contradictions. I like to think I'm very independent, but I'm married and I depend on my husband for a lot of things, like the finances. As soon as I got married, handed everything over to him, and I said, "Can you just look after what insurance and what like policies we have to get and all that stuff?" So
पैसों और रिश्तों की जमा पूंजी.
perfect, yeah, बिल्कुल सही. हाँ, had a very technical education. Like I'm an engineer by qualification, but I always wanted to do something more creative. So throughout my life, I have danced, I have participated in dramas, and for someone who hates public limelight, I loved being on stage. So somehow I ended up doing voiceovers, which is like the perfect thing for me. I can be as dramatic as I want without having the limelight actually on me. So yeah, that's me.
Wow, that's great. I think, like, I think everybody has those moments where one thing is true and then the absolute opposite is also true. People
Yeah.
end up calling you a moron, but they need to understand it's the wrong word they use. It's an oxymoron, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, I've been called a moron also, but then I tell people, no, you forgot the first part before the moron. It's the oxymoron.
I'll do that now.
You can use that now. Yes.
Okay, so I grew up in a city called Dehradun, which is the capital of Uttarakhand in India. Growing up, thankfully, my parents, they encouraged me to think on my own, so which helped me to develop my own thought process, develop my own thinking. So इस वजह से स्कूल में, not just school, college में भी बहुत बहस होती थी मेरी. I was quite an argumentative person. But so in school, I kind of struggled a bit with that. I couldn't accept that part of my life because everyone wants to fit in, have more friends in school. I had a lot of friends, but yes, my friends knew me ki I would call them out if I don't agree with something. But at the same time, I won't say no to any new activity which came up. So my teachers used to make fun of me ki whenever they entered the classroom, they would say, Sakshi, are you going out or are you coming in? I'll say yes to everything. And I think that's one of the reasons I ended up trying a lot of things, realizing what I like, what I don't like, and just having fun throughout. I had a very diverse group of friends in school because thanks to I did a lot of sports, a lot of dramatics, a lot of dance, and I was okay in studies as well. So mere har type ke, I didn't have a friend group, but I had a lot of friends in every group. I had a fascination with defense. I wanted to join defense. Dehradun mein, there's this institute called Indian Military Academy, IMA. I'll just take my two-wheeler and I'll go on a ride, just to ride in front of IMA 10 times, just to look inside, just to get a single glimpse of how the cadets looked and what they were doing in their everyday life. That was one of the biggest fascinations during school time. So
I'm actually, a part of like a few motorcycle groups, and we've actually been through that area, through that road which goes like that from in front of the place. And, we all stopped and we got photographed and all. And the guards over there were like, Sir, aap yahan nahi park kar sakte. And we were like, we'll just take 2 minutes. And we took a lot of photos with these guys. So I know the place that you're talking about. And in case you guys are, visiting that side of India, please make it a point to drop by. I think there is a thing where you can actually go and visit it. I don't know if that's still happening or not because of COVID restrictions. But if you guys can, you most definitely should.
Like growing up, everyone asked, what do you want to be when you grow up? And kids usually reply with maybe just one thing at a time. I asked a similar question to my kids and they also said one thing, but then I gave them the idea that you don't have to be one thing. At least as a kid, when you're just imagining what you can be when you grow up, imagine big. Think you can do 10 different things. Maybe you end up doing all of them. Maybe you don't, but at least that broadens your horizon, that you can try all those different things. It may work for you, it might not work for you, but at least you won't live with the regret of not knowing what if. So, like I said, growing up, I wanted to join defense, and my preference order was Air Force, Navy, and then Army. The only way girls could join at that point in time was after they had done their graduations. My family is a family of engineers. So everyone said, graduation करनी है तो बेटा engineering करो, BA BSc क्या करनी है, BTech करो. I said, but BTech is 4 years. BA BSc would be 3 years and that would be quicker. But somehow graduation means BTech or medicine करो, but medicine is too much पढ़ाई कौन करेगा.
हाँ.
तो easy way out, BTech कर लेते हैं चलो. So I started, that's how I went into an engineering college. And I did engineering from UP Tech University, which is like Uttar Pradesh University. It's a university in north of India. In my first year, I was still trying to figure out, but by the time I was in second year, I loved engineering so much so like my friends started mocking me क्योंकि मैं second, third or fourth year, I used to say, जैसे 12th तक पढ़ाई compulsory है, engineering should be compulsory for everyone because engineering is not just education. It's like, it's a way of thinking. It makes you think logically. It makes you think rationally. I'm a very visual person. So when I used to study a lot of my subjects, in my head, I could physically see कि मेरे दिमाग के दरवाजे खुल रहे हैं. मम्मी पापा बचपन में डांटते थे ना, दिमाग के दरवाजे खोल के पढ़ाई करो तो कुछ समझ आएगा. I could genuinely imagine that there are some doors in my brain which are just opening and I'm just taking it all that information and I loved second, third and fourth year. They were challenging, they were very difficult and आधी चीजें समझ नहीं आती थी, सर के ऊपर से जाती थी, but जो समझ आ जाती थी, they were amazing. So I loved engineering and I continued to be argumentative again. But what I loved is I accepted that part of me, that is who I am. If I think कुछ गलत है या people's expectations are wrong or there's so much, the status quo is wrong, I would speak up. I would call it out. And I accepted that about me, which is what I loved during my college life. कि activities करते रहे, सब कुछ करते रहे, पढ़ाई भी करी, but at the same time, I became more accepting of me. Having said that, I was still a very self-conscious person because I have a tendency to overthink. And I think जो भी overthink करता है, I don't know whatever persona they have publicly, but once they are in their own private space, they overthink. At least I do. I overthink every single conversation I had, every gesture I had. किसी को देख के hello करा है, किसी को देख के hello नहीं करा है. I'll go back to my hostel room and I'll be very critical about it. But the good thing was I accepted that as well. And one thing I had made a point of was not to have a relationship in college. Like I didn't have a boyfriend. Categorically, because I realized कि that gives me a chance to have more friends. क्योंकि कई बार if you have a relationship, you spend a lot of time with just one person, which is great. But that's not what I wanted. I wanted to talk to 100 different people and listen to them and share my thoughts with them. So agar mera boyfriend hoga, I might not be able to do that all the time. So I made sure not to have a boyfriend, but to have loads of friends, which I thankfully I'm still in touch with.
You know, when you're in your early 20s or like say late teens or that early 20s time, you know, when you have all your mental faculties in place, everything is working for you. You know, your hormones are like, you know, like they're like raging to go. That energy and attention and focus, if you actually direct it in the right path, you have time to have all the fun for the rest of your life, you know. But I see people, you know, wasting 7 years, 8 years, 5 years, even 3-4 years of their life just dedicated to that one person. 4 years to relationship ho gaya. The next 4 years they'll spend bitching about that same person. So it's actually into 2, like 2x time of your life is wasted. And I mean, imagine if that amount of time you had just invested in something good, you know, maybe mutual funds or something, I don't know, Bitcoin, whatever, like you would be a billionaire. If you are, you know, young, if you are in your early 20s or if you've just entered college and, you know, your goal is कि मैं तो वाली बंदी पढ़ा के रहूंगा तो देख भाई को देख. Please take it easy. If you're one of those women, you know, who wants to one up in your, you know, like little kiddie party or whatever, please just take a moment back and think of what Sakshi and me have just said. It might just change your life. And not right now, but maybe 10-15 years later, you'll remember, हमने आशीष डेविड शो देखा था और उसमें हमने एक बात सुनी थी.
for a girl, if I have a boyfriend, मैं इतनी openly उसको नहीं बोल सकती, oh, I have that other guy, I really like him and I have a crush on that guy or I'm infatuated to the other guy. मेरा बॉयफ्रेंड है तो मैं ये सारी बातें अपने फ्रेंड्स को भी इतनी ओपनली नहीं कह पाऊंगी बिकॉज देन दे विल से oh, are you cheating on that person? नहीं, I just like someone and I want to openly acknowledge it. और उस जने को भी शायद. So in college, I was quite famous about being honest. If I liked someone, I'll go and tell them what I like about them. And that's what I loved. कि आज मुझे कोई एक जना पसंद आ रहा है. I'll go and tell them and we'll have nice conversation for maybe a week, a month. And then थोड़े time बाद I'll start liking someone else and you should. I mean, in your 20s, that's a perfect time to explore, to experiment and talk to as many people because you're trying to figure yourself out. तुम्हें अपना ही सब कुछ sort out नहीं करा है तो how can you commit something to someone because you'll grow out of it. So don't be in a rush at all.
I also liked the way you said कि as you know when you entered engineering आपके दिमाग के दरवाजे खुल गए. Like you know I was like this actually like you know reminded me which is घोड़ा नहीं होता इसके ऐसे लगा होता है. तो आपके खुल गए like.
Yeah.
Can we have like this from you because this is going to be like the no wait with me so just do this pass or pass now no yes so this is going to be the screenshot. This is going to be the thumbnail. All that good stuff happened and then so engineering happened and then what happened after that?
Like any typical Indian engineer, placement chahiye, job chahiye. So I got a job. I started working with a company called Infosys and I went to a place called Bhubaneswar. That's where I started my career. Bhubaneswar? Ye kahan hai? Like, I didn't realize how ignorant people are कि पता ही नहीं है भुवनेश्वर कहाँ है. It is capital of a state in India called Orissa. But a lot of people in North didn't know where it existed.
मुझे भी अभी भी पता चला जब आपने बताया मुझे तो.
So it was nice, very nice, quiet, slow-paced, but not a place where you would want to start your career with when you've just started earning. And like you had just said before, तो कॉलेज में वो थॉट प्रोसेस सॉर्ट आउट हो गया, सोचना शुरू कर दिया, अब जॉब शुरू करी तो पैसे भी आ गए, पर भुवनेश्वर में वो पैसे खर्च करने की काफी जगहें नहीं थी. सो after working for a couple of years Infosys में, then I moved to Pune and I love Pune.
Oh, I love Pune too, by the way.
Sometimes I feel I should maybe join a Pune admiration group somewhere.
Yes.
So in that company, I was there for about 2 years. I progressed very quickly. Like so, before I joined that company, I still had complexes, or I wasn't sure what I can or can't do. Initial few months, I always felt conscious कि oh, ये कोई कह रहा है तो मतलब उनका solution would be better because they are from IIT or they are from IIM, so they'll know more. But in a few months, I realized that just because they came from a particular college doesn't mean that they have to be smart. I am smart. I can use my brain irrespective of what college I came from. My college won't define me. I define me. Then I started being more confident in my own convictions. And I had this manager who, like, he just very casually, he was really very smart and he could think on his feet like this and come up with amazing solutions. So one day I was just talking to him and he pointed out, oh, you get embarrassed about everything so soon. Like, anything you'll get so easily embarrassed. I was like, yes, you're right about it. And then he said, see, you're not less than anyone. The way I approach anything is you put in your best. And if the other person doesn't like your best effort, then too bad. They can either adjust with it or they can go to someone else to get what they want. And that was like a light bulb moment when you realize. Yes.
It was a moment.
Yes, वो खुले हुए दरवाजों में बत्ती जली फिर कि he's right. पर अगर किसी को वो best नहीं पसंद आ रहा है, then sorry, too bad. Accept it or move on. I cannot beat myself up about it. And that was a major attitude change. And also I like to add to the fact that I was closer to my late 20s by then. I was over 25, not in late 20s, but I was 25, 26.
26-ish, 27-ish.
Yeah, so वो थोड़ी self consciousness भी खत्म होनी शुरू हो गई और फिर मेरे को लगा I don't care about what people think. I am doing what I'm doing. You like it? Perfect. We'll be in touch. We'll stay friends. You don't like it? Then let's move on. अपना time waste मत करो. मेरा मत करो और मुझे tension मत दो.
मुझे पता क्या लगता है
So,
साक्षी, मुझे लगता है there are two types of people and people are mostly either one or two, मतलब they're not both. Usually क्या होता है, there are people who try to please a lot of people and they try to be in the good books by pleasing others, or there are people who please themselves. Now,
yeah.
there's a danger of being called selfish when you're the second category. But in the long run, it works out better for you and for others also. And
I
I'll tell you
agree.
how. And I'll tell you how. So in my younger years, right, when I started doing voiceovers, there was this huge trend. Okay, I'm talking about the earlier part of like 2000s, right? And people were like, सर आपकी तो इतनी अच्छी बैरिटोन आवाज है, आप अमिताभ बच्चन का करेंगे तो हम आपको इतना पैसा देंगे. आप अमेरिकन एक्सेंट करेंगे तो हम आपको इतना पैसे देंगे. आप ब्रिटिश एक्सेंट करेंगे तो हम आपको ऐसा देंगे, वैसा देंगे. And I'm like, whoa, hold on, dude. I'm trying to work on Ashish David's voice here. That is the product I've been developing since last whatever number of years, and that's my journey. You want to be a part of my story? You hire Ashish David to do Ashish David,
Yeah.
or you go to Amitabh Bachchan. Arey, go to the source. No, why?
True.
I would not want to be a cheap or a expensive impersonation, and this is what I have to offer. You either take it or you don't take it. And in the long run, it's worked out for me because now people come to me for my voice.
I think voiceover may also, like, you hear so many people and so many coaches saying it all the time, that just be you. Like, you're absolutely right. I think when I started, I was in that people pleasing category. Maybe not pleasing, but I didn't want to offend anyone. I would want to do things to make people happy around me. तो जैसे खुश होना चाहिए वो तो मैं हूँ. I should make myself happy first. And I'm not going to hurt anyone intentionally, but I'm not bending over backwards to please people. Like, I am who I am, accept me. And sometimes I still get into those old habits, but I have to remind myself that nahi, like, yes, I would try to make people's life around me comfortable, but not at my own cost.
It is a little
And
easier for me because I'm the polar opposite of you when it comes to thinking. You overthink, I'm always accused of underthinking. Like, you will probably think 10 times before you speak. I will speak and not think about it afterwards also. तो हमारा बिल्कुल like उल्टा है. So you remember like when we were starting the interview, I was like, you seem very formal and तुम बहुत ज्यादा ऐसे ना सोच ज्यादा रही हो, तो मुझे ऐसे तुम थोड़े से boxed लग रही हो. Is everything okay? You remember? So that was because I'm always not thinking. Almost always I'm never thinking. Sometimes I think and I'm like, oh crap, I should have not said or done that. Realization comes much later. So उस हिसाब से we are absolute opposites.
And that's what I love. Like, you would not want to talk with exactly same person like you. Like, अगर मुझे सिर्फ अपने ही जैसे लोगों से बात करनी है तो मैं अपने आप से भी कर सकती हूँ. It's great to talk to people who are nothing like you. That's when you learn. That
is why there is Ashish David show.
Yes, that's what Ashish David show is about. दिमाग के दरवाजे खोलो.
What happened next? Like, what was the next phase of your life?
Yeah, so in all of this, I met the guy I really loved, and we got married. और हम पुणे में ही थे शादी करने के बाद. दोनों IT में जॉब करते हैं. Very typical people. So, but we both always wanted to travel a lot. So IT में on-site का option बहुत होता है. So we had always, like, even before we got married, we had thought, जिसको भी travel करने का chance मिलेगा, the other person will just follow that person.
Tag along.
And so my husband got a chance. He went to Singapore. In fact, हमारी शादी November में हुई थी, and from January he just started going to Singapore like every month. एक हफ्ते के लिए इंडिया में होता था, then he used to be in Singapore for 3-4 months. Eventually, like, he did that for 7-8 months, and I used to joke कि अगर मुझे अकेले ही रहना था तो मैंने शादी क्यों करी थी. मैं अपनी
अगर तुमको पूरी दुनिया में घूमना था तो तुमने मुझसे शादी क्यों की? मैं क्या हूँ? क्या तुम्हारी कुक हूँ? क्या मैं तुम्हारे कपड़े प्रेस करने के लिए शादी करी है मैंने? तुम कैसे कर सकते हो हमेशा? तुम पूरे वॉइस ओवर एक्सेंट में बोला होगा तूने, आई एम श्योर.
जैसे अगर मुझे अकेले ही रहना था तो मैंने शादी क्यों करी, मैं अकेले ही ना रह लेती. So, but हाँ, then we finally moved to Singapore. फिर सिंगापुर में रहे a few years and went to Singapore, found a job, worked there, lived there for a couple of years, had amazing time. He got a chance to travel to UK और हमने सोचा ओह यूरोप बहुत सुंदर है और अगर हम यूरोप घूमने जाएंगे we probably maybe just go for a week or 2 weeks. But अगर हम UK में रहेंगे तो हम like हर महीने जा सकते हैं यूरोप घूमने.
कहीं भी जा
That is
सकते
the
हैं,
reason we
कभी
moved
भी
here.
जा सकते हैं, पास में ही सब
कभी
कुछ.
वही वीकेंड ब्रेक पे भी यूरोप जा सकते हैं. दैट्स द रीजन वी मूव टू यूके एंड आई एम वेरी सैड टू से कि यूके हमें आए हुए इट हैज बीन 7 years. हम अभी तक 2 बार ही गए हैं.
Wait,
Couldn't
wait.
travel. When we came here, I was already pregnant. Then we had our first child, and we both were very depressed क्योंकि सिंगापुर में बड़ी पार्टिंग और हैपनिंग और लेट नाइट लाइफ एंजॉय करने के बाद we came to UK in winters when 3-4 बजे यूके में अंधेरा हो जाता है विंटर्स में, बारिश नहीं रुकती है, ठंडी हवाएं, फिर एक बच्चा भी हो गया. एंड देन वी यूज्ड टू वंडर कि हमारी लाइफ इतनी खत्म इसलिए हो गई है क्योंकि हम यूके आ गए हैं या हमारा बच्चा हो गया है या यहाँ विंटर्स है. लाइक व्हाट्स हैपनिंग, समथिंग इजंट राइट. But yes, we gave ourselves a few months, got settled in, मौसम बदल गया. Then things got better. And then again, I found another IT job and I started working. And I turned 30. Then we had a second child. And then something happened. I had always been restless. I had been traveling. I had been exploring new things, trying different activities. I had a good career. But I always felt very restless. And after having my second child, वो restlessness और बढ़ गई कि time खत्म होता जा रहा है and I haven't been able to give serious attention to my creative side. Like I am trying different things. I even did theater and I'm still dancing and I'm learning dancing, but I'm still pursuing them as hobbies. I am not giving myself enough time to focus on something. And that is making me very restless. And if I am restless, that passes on to everyone around me. Like, अगर मैं restless हूँ, बेचैन हूँ, परेशान हूँ, तो that would trickle on मेरी family life में, मेरे professional life में, हर जगह वो behavior pass on होगा. And that's not good for me. And I didn't want to live with regrets. Like, I don't want to be like 60 or 80 and get up one day and think, what if I could have just once had the courage to try something and actually did it. That is what prompted me into thinking maybe I should just try voiceovers.
For me, voiceovers happened because I was into theater. You know, I was also singing, and one day I landed up in a radio station, etc., etc. How did that thing of acha voiceovers? How did that happen for you?
So I used to travel, like drive to my office. So I had to drive to Manchester in UK. Almost depending on traffic 1 से 2 घंटे लगते हैं. तो while driving मैं गाने नहीं सुनती थी, ऑडियो ड्रामा सुनती थी, a lot of audio dramas. And when you get in that zone, कार में बैठे हो, अकेले बैठे हो, ट्रैफिक में फंसे हो, ऑडियो ड्रामा चल रहा है, तो you also get like I would assume people do that. जब गाने भी चलते तो आप साथ साथ गाना शुरू कर देते हो. तो ऐसे कोई ड्रामेटिक सीन चल रहा है तो you start enacting that dramatic scene, especially क्योंकि अपने आप अकेले कार में बैठे हो तो जोर जोर से चिल्ला भी सकते हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, कोई नहीं कुछ कह रहा. तो आई स्टार्टेड डूइंग दैट एंड आई रियलाइज्ड कि कितना ज्यादा इमोशन सिर्फ आवाज से कन्वे हो सकता है, विच वी समटाइम्स इग्नोर अगर हम टीवी देख रहे होते हैं, बिकॉज विजुअल हमारे को इन्फॉर्मेशन भी मिल रहा है तो वी काइंड ऑफ समटाइम्स नॉट पे एज मच अटेंशन कि वो आवाज से कितने इमोशंस और आवाज से कितना कुछ कन्वे कर रहे हैं. But when you're listening to audio dramas, all the focus is on the sounds that you're absorbing and you can get transported. And when I just started copying all those people I was listening to, and I thought, yes, that is what I want to do. I had been speaking all my life. Like, bachpan se I have been doing a lot of speeches, debates, dramas. Theater proper I did when I was in Pune, but school, college, I did a lot of plays. I did a lot of acting. I did a lot of comparing dramas and training courses. Like in my job, I did a lot of training courses. I created a lot of them. And I realized, oh, my entire life I had been kind of getting ready for it without even realizing it. So when I just started doing it, somehow everything clicked and it felt like things are falling in place for me. I now have a place where I don't get judged by anyone for doing what I am doing, and I can be as dramatic. Like मैं mic के पीछे रो भी सकती हूँ और चिल्ला भी सकती हूँ. Now my family has gotten used to it, but initially my husband used to come in the room and say, "Are you okay? Why are you shouting?" और ये ऐसे इतनी पागलों जैसे क्या बोले जा रही हो तुम? I was like, just let me be. This is what I'm doing and this is what I'm loving. And yeah, somehow just listening to audio dramas.
Was it Audible or on YouTube, or like where exactly were you listening to these audio dramas?
There's this channel called BBC Radio 4 and Radio 4 Extra, which are more around like Comedy Central type ke. So they have a lot of comedy shows, they have a lot of panel shows, and a lot of audio dramas. Just by chance, I happened on those two stations, and I don't listen to anything else now. वो मेरे standard radio channels hai. And they have a lot of panel shows, they have a lot of audio dramas, they have a lot of audio books. That got me started. और फिर Audible का पता चला, फिर like once you get exposed and then you start researching, फिर नई नई चीजें पता चलती हैं, and then it's like mind's blown away कि oh my god, this whole industry exists and I had no clue. So now when everyone asks me how voiceovers all of a sudden, and I just replied to them and I say, you have been consuming so much of work which voice artists do. We all have been without even realizing it. Like
Yes.
every day किसी को फोन करो तो वो IVR messages आते हैं कि कृपया नंतर कॉल करा या this line is busy. We don't know that a voice artist did that. इतनी audio books, इतने e-learning courses, radio announcements, ads, animation, like so much around us is done by voice artists, but we're not always aware of them क्योंकि वो हमें दिखाई नहीं देते हैं.
Right. So
So
my next question to you is, Sakshi, being an Indian in UK, and where exactly are you in UK? You're in
closer to Manchester.
right. So was it difficult for you to find clients who would like your particular Indian accent because you're not in that geography? So are most of your clients UK based, serving to an Indian audience, or are they in India working for Indian clients?
So I have been doing voiceovers for 3 years, and it has been changing and evolving. So yes, it has been difficult. In fact, funnily enough, क्योंकि अब मुझे इंडिया से बाहर रहते हुए भी 10 साल हो गए, but मेरे जब मैं हिंदी में बात करती हूँ एक्सेंट नहीं है, मेरी हिंदी में फॉरेन एक्सेंट नहीं है, मैं प्रॉपर हिंदी जैसे बोलती हूँ. Additionally, I also work in Punjabi and Urdu, but funnily enough, what had started happening was मैं यहाँ जब UK या American clients के लिए audition करती थी, so I was too Indian for them. So then I thought, okay, I'll audition and I'll get in touch with Indian clients. When I started with Indian clients, first of all, rates. Because I was primarily coaching with British and American coaches, तो मुझे यहाँ की industry और rates और इन सब का idea था. When I used to go to them, rates तो बहुत बाद में आते थे. They would say, oh, you don't sound like Indian enough. जैसे the typical way Americans are used to listening how Indians talk, this is how they think Indians talk in English. So then I would talk like this and they're like, yes, that's the Indian accent I'm looking for.
Oh.
So that also, someone cannot negate my experience based on what their perception of my nationality or my accent is. Like, if they think this is how an Indian should sound like, and I don't sound like that, doesn't mean I'm not an Indian. It means that their experience of Indian accents or Indian looks is something very, very like narrow. I have clients all over. India में इतने नहीं है क्योंकि maybe I think I'm not based there तो इसलिए नहीं है शायद. But I have a lot of clients in US, UK, Europe, Middle East.
Are you using like an agent to market your voice? Are you using certain platforms or apps to put yourself out there? How are you going about it?
I think you would agree. I mean, there's no one thing which works. You have to do everything. So I have agents. I have a few agents in US. I have a few agents in UK. I do a lot of self marketing and then pay to play sites and then a lot of networking. So it's a mixed bag.
And how has your experience been there as well? Because a lot of people keep asking me about it, and I'm like, I'm not really putting myself out there. So I don't know how your experience has been.
So are you on those platforms?
No.
Oh, I am. So I have a paid membership of voices.com, but not of Voice 123. Because initially when I started, I didn't have a lot of money to get paid memberships everywhere. So what I had thought was I will try pay for one platform, see how it works for me. If it doesn't, I'll move over to another one. So I have registered with a lot of platforms, but I don't pay for all of them. I've got their free membership because I don't think it's worth me paying for them because I don't get enough auditions from them. Voices.com has worked, and but I know of a lot of people for whom Voices.com didn't work. Voice 123 works. So I think it's a thing you have to try what's working for you, what isn't. I was also on Fiverr initially, and as I became more confident, I didn't want to work for that cheap. So I started demanding the rates I am demanding everyone else. Like we were talking initially as well, we don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. Having an agent is a good thing, but that's not the be all end all of it. Like I would still need to do a lot of my own work to keep on getting the work. There are some people who are lucky enough that if they get one or two agents, most of their work comes from those few agents. But yeah, that's not how it works for me.
Lovely. So this is a part of the interview, where you give 3 tips. All right. So think of someone who's like, in their mid or late 20s. They might be in a career, or maybe they're a student right now and they're considering voiceovers as a profession. 3 tips that you would give to them.
First one would be open to learning and listening. In fact, I have a few YouTube videos on my channel about it. So we are voiceover artists, so we are supposed to be speaking. But before we start speaking, we need to learn how to listen. We need to listen and learn from our colleagues, our coaches, people who have done more than us, people who couldn't do it, who couldn't achieve it. We even need to listen to them so that we can learn what went wrong for them and try and avoid it or identify similar patterns and change those behaviors. We also need to learn to listen to our clients. So just listen, learn to listen first.
Point number 1, learn to listen first. Learn to listen first. Yes. Point number 2.
Point 2 is then just be you. That's the biggest thing. Be yourself. Like you were saying, your voice is amazing. And I'm sure if you would want to do it, you can do amazing Amitabh Bachchan impressions. But that's what Amitabh Bachchan does. And no one can do it better than him. And no one can do you. You are you. You are Ashish. And if people try to copy you, that's flattery. But they would be copying you. They can never be Ashish. So similarly, everyone is different. For some of them, it would be easier to be themselves and find a lot of work and find a lot of satisfaction and success.
Point number 2, be you, find who you are, and work on yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
And 3 is when you're a voice artist, you're not just an artist, you are a business owner. Have that mindset of being a business owner. And in fact, that has now made me aware of how much business acumen a lot of other artists have. Like, notice all the actors, musicians, all the movie stars around us. They're not just movie stars, like, especially in the world that we live now. They're brands in themselves, they're business in themselves. So, why should we be any different? We are voice artists. We have to build our business. So, treat it like a business. Learn how to manage your finances. Like, I joked initially that after a marriage, I handed all of my finances to my husband, but my voiceover, that's my business. So I handle all those finances. I still go to him for tax advice and financial advice, but I still manage my own finances. learn marketing, learn networking. And because I've worked in an IT job, I thought that was difficult. Then I started taking voiceover and started treating it as a business. And I realized, oh, that's endless. Because if I'm in a job, I come home and that's the end of it. And I'm not working weekends. End of the story. That's my time. But when I'm a voice artist, there's no me time or an off time. I never switch off because if I'm not recording, I'm marketing or I'm on social media or I'm listening to people or I'm attending some webinars or I'm always trying to either absorb more information or pass on more information. So I'm always thinking of more ways, where can I find more work or where can I learn how to get better. So I'm constantly working, weekdays, weekends, holidays. Be prepared for that. It's a business, it's a constant hustle. So you cannot survive on thinking, oh, I'm an artist, so people will come to me and I'll have those artistic attitudes. That doesn't work. You're a business person. Being an artist is a service or a product that you're offering, but it's a business. So handle it like a business.
Point number 3, you are not just a voiceover artist, you are a brand.
You're a business. So you're an entrepreneur. Be proud of that and be an entrepreneur.
How was your experience of being on the show?
Oh, actually, I'm a bit gutted that the hour is up. You get two voice artists to talk, it's endless. And when the person is as interesting as you, who has the patience to listen and just add to conversations very positively, I totally loved it. And I just want to keep on talking with you endlessly. I don't want to be limited to 1 hour, but yes, sadly we have to be. So I'm gutted it's just an hour because I loved it. Like, I would just want to have a call with you every day and just talk to you. You're such an amazing person. And because I had an amazing time. I loved talking about all the experiences and listening to what you had to say. So it was great talking to you. Because when I first saw first few episodes of your show last year, I thought exactly the same. That, oh, I would love to be on his show, but I don't think I've done enough yet to be there. So which is why I used to ping you on and comment on the episodes which used to be out. But internally I was thinking, oh, I wish I could be there, but I don't know. So I think I even asked you once, how do you get on it? And then that's when you had mentioned that if you have anything to share, you are always open to having that conversation. And that gave me a bit of confidence that maybe I can give it a shot as well. So you were absolutely right. Don't overthink. Don't be what I do.
Don't do the classic Sakshi Sharma. Don't overthink. Be the modern Sakshi Sharma who doesn't overthink.
Instead of just overthinking and being unsure, I just asked you, do you think I can be there? Because I just loved your show and I would have been excited to be there anyways. And when you said yes, why not? And I was like, oh, that's great. I mean, that will be amazing if I could be. So yes, anyone else who's on the wall and is having any doubts, don't doubt. Don't, like Ashish said, don't be how I used to be. Don't overthink. Just have a chat with us.
But Sakshi, you'll be surprised that out of, say, 10 people who want to be on the show, I target 2. So there's a lot of people who don't actually get on the show also. And people always ask me, what is that X factor that you're looking for which makes your show the Ashish David show? And I'm like, yaar, agar maine wo hi bata diya tumko to koi bhi bana lega mera show. Dude, that I can't tell you. But yes, you can most definitely try. And the only way to try is you make a 4 or a 5 minute video in which you mention what you've experienced in the previous shows, a little bit about yourself and why would you want to be on the show. So in case you guys are wondering so that's the only thing. All right. And if you hear from me then, and if I'm still bothering you on DMs, that means I want you to be there, like I've been bothering Sakshi. And
I recommend it. Do it. Anyone who's thinking about it, do it. Because yes, Ashish is a great guy. You love talking to him.
Last but not the least, do you want to tell people where they can connect with you, where they can find your links? If you have a website, in case they want to hire you as a voiceover artist, what is the contact? Like, how do they get in touch with you?
So I'm on almost all the social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and everywhere my handle is Sakshi's Voice. So it's SAKSHISBOICE. And that's my website too, sakshizvoice.com. So it's my voice, so Sakshi's Voice. Remember that handle. You can find me anywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, Sakshi's Voice. And that's my website too.
And one thing that stood out for me personally that, I was like, is bandi ko to yaar show pe lana hai, was her videos. And some of her videos are very funny. So another marketing tip for all you voiceover artists, start indulging in video content and start putting it, not 10, 20, 30, but maybe one of those videos will be like, somebody's going to notice it and something like this might happen, right?
Yes, definitely. I mean, put yourself out there.
Absolutely. So, Sakshi, thank you so much for being on the Ashish David Show. I hope the next time that we talk, you'll have a bunch of more fun stories for us. And, I get to learn new things about you, and it's going to be fun and brilliant. But thank you so much for your time, and I shall catch you later.
Yes, catch you later. Thank you so much. And I learned a lot about you as well. You are more talented than what I thought you are. So, and thanks for your time. It was nice talking to you. Have a good day.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
See you. Take care.
Bye-bye.